Hi everyone, it's Kasia from Tarot Map. This is day 2 and 3 for Ethany's 31 Days of Tarot Challenge, and this is top 5 decks from 2017 that I purchased, and top 5 Oracle decks that I purchased or that were released in 2017. I chose the one which I purchased from tarot decks. And I stuck to the rules. I have only 5. Hooray, hooray. So I most of my decks actually I swapped for, but I did purchase a few, maybe 7 from what I 7, 8, but I chose 5, just the most precious and important, and I will maybe show them just how, like, in chronological order. So I think the first one that I purchased this year was Tabula Mundi Tarot Colores Arcos. I had the black and white version from the swap, but I did get the color version, which is amazing, for my own monies, and don't regret it at all. It's an amazing deck. It's a tough based deck, so a perfect deck to enrich and learn more about tough system, which was one of my goals in 2017. As I said in my previous video, I used it, but I mean tough system, but not really with such love as I thought I would. So this is the next one, Tarot of Saint Croix, and this is a great deck. I love it. It became one of my favorite reading decks, and you can see in the booklet. So this is by Lisa de Saint Croix. It's a very beautiful all-rounder. It's got some esoteric, esoteric in a way, like, oh, this is Egypt or something, but it's also, could be also an art school or art class. So it's a very down-to-earth, beautiful deck, mixture of a lot of different cultures, and it's easy to read. It's very evocative to me and very intuitive, so I love to read with it, and I had quite a good feedback for this deck from people. So Tarot de Saint Croix was the second one. The third one in chronological order was the Lucky Bloody Hell score. So I scored Matte Tarot. It's probably one of the most expensive decks that I ever paid for. It wasn't too bad, but it was, I think, just over $100, and it was from a Polish site, and yeah, well, it's like new. I've used it a little bit, so it's such a beautiful deck. It came with the book, and it's the 250 out of 1000, which is lovely, and I love this deck. What can I say? My favorite depiction of justice ever. And I don't say it lightly. I have a lot of decks and I've seen a lot of justice cards. There are some beautiful images, but this one is my favorite justice ever. I love just the lightness of it and empowerment. She's usually so bloody stiff, and justice is my, if you take 8 as a justice, 8 is my birth card, so I usually like to see justice as 8, and I love this one. This is pretty cool. Very intuitive deck with a lot of, symbolism and beautiful imagery. Look at the death card, stunning. I actually have done a whole flip through this deck on my channel. You can just check it out in the playlist. And the next one which I purchased was, I think, this one, the Carol Hertz's original illuminated tarot. I fell in love with Carol Hertz's decks, and she made me like Rider-Waite-Smith again, because I was a little bit off-put by that system. Maybe not off-put, I was just a bit bored, really. It's nothing against Rider-Waite-Smith at all. I was just like, sorry, everything was just, so predictable, and I'm often bit bored. So not bored, but I always find something to do, but I need to change things over and really work with gratitude, right? So yeah, this is original illuminated tarot by Carol Herzer, and it's beautiful. And I'm just, yeah, I'm in love with her decks, as you know. So this one was the original, which I bought for myself, and then I got as a gift from my friend the Elemental Rainbows as well. So that's number 4. And then the last one which I purchased was the Asherah Tarot for my own monies. So Asherah Tarot, also an amazing, gorgeous, beautiful, stunning. Oh, check this out, it's just incredible. And deck of cards based on Golden Dawn and Dion Fortune. Really beautiful. I also showed this deck, I think, on my channel. Am I? Maybe I'm not. I'm not sure. But if I do, it's going to be in the playlist. And you can always put in the search on the channel whatever deck you are looking for. Then maybe some videos will pop up for you. So anyway, yes, that's Asherah Tarot. So this is all my top 5 tarot decks that I purchased this year. In 2017. And now when we move to oracle decks, maybe I'm just going to put them aside. When we move to oracle decks that I purchased this year, top 5 oracle decks, I actually have gotten quite a few oracle decks this year, but definitely my most favorite is the Sacred Creators Oracle. I love this deck. This deck, I use it in most of my readings. I use it for my own readings, for client readings, as an addition to tarot, as a deck that can be used by itself. It's amazing. Love it, love it, love it. So Sacred Creators Oracle, it's my favorite oracle deck. And the guidebook, it's also really amazing. Another one that I purchased was the Goddess Oracle. I bought it in Thailand actually when I was on holidays. Also a really amazing deck that I love and use very often. I really kind of feel the energy of those goddesses painted, my favorite, painted on the cards. And they ring true to so many of female friends I was working with and sharing that deck with. So the Goddess Oracle, it's another one. Another one that I got was the Chakra Arcana Tarot, which is to me like an oracle deck. And so this is more like major arcana and 2 chakras to each major. This is also by Carol Herzer, as you can probably recognize by now, and it's pretty stunning. I use it as for my chakra readings, but still kind of trying to figure out my own way, you know, how I can make these cards work for me. Another one that I bought was the Sacred Journey into the Animal Realms by Kai Crow. I love Kai. I haven't met her in person, but we've been in touch for a very long time, since I was in Australia, living in Australia. So this is her deck. She released it this year and I purchased it, even pre-ordered, I think. And it's a very beautiful, energetically really together, coherent, nurturing, warm hug kind of like deck. And all the animals in the deck Kai knew personally. She and her partner Gil, they looking after injured animals and wildlife, and just do quite amazing stuff for animals. So this deck you can purchase on her website. She also sells her books there, also highly recommended. I've read the first part of her trilogy, and this is a very beautiful, soothing deck. And then the last one, there's an honorable mention for the art oracles, which I also use very often, but I'm going to stick to the rules. So the last one which I purchased is Plant Alley cards. I did have Plant Alley cards from the swap at some point, but I love the tree cards even better. So I swapped the plant alleys, and then I really missed them. This was the only deck that I swapped, got rid of, and then wanted to have back. So I just bought it in the little red tarot, and they sent it very quickly. So this is quite amazing. Gorgeous deck. I love Lisa's McLaughlin artwork. I have also the 3 cards. I did have the live design, but I also swapped this one. So this is number 5 of the Oracle decks for 2017. Thank you for watching, and I speak to you in a few days. Bye!